right, Coach, can you take us through that 8th inning? Just so many different pitchers, so many different opportunity zone miss. Just what were you seeing out there during the course of the game?
Well, you know, Siskar went into that inning, I think it was like 76 pitches or so, you know, still throwing the ball wider. Honestly, we thought that the 7th might be his last inning, but it was such a quick inning that I think it was a 5-pitch inning or something that we decided to, you know, go back out with him. We had a lefty ready if it got to that 2-hole hitter. You know, the first guy hit a 3-2 slider, kind of kept his hands back at the head out and hit out of the ballpark. Then we had the fly ball that drops for a double. And then after that, we got those strikes. You know, we walked some guys, gave us some hits, just kind of got away from us a little bit, you know. And again, that's one of the downsides to not being tested, right? And the first time you get tested, it's an environment like this. They're ready to be amped up a little bit. Some of those guys, a lot of young guys other than Packy coming in out of the bullpen. And when it's the first time they get tested in this environment, it's tough, you know, but they got to do a better job.
After the great start, still a great start, 10 wins in a row, how do you keep the intensity for these next 2 games, which are obviously still crucial?
We weren't going to go 56-0, man. That's not realistic. And again, we made mistakes today that we've been talking about. Even when, in those games that we're winning, we've talked about some of the mistakes that we made today. And you know, sometimes you got to go through it to really learn and believe us, I guess. But certain things, you know, leadoff guy gets on in the first inning. We got man on second base, nobody out, and we don't. He never leaves the base. We don't get into third at the very least. Those things. You're gonna lose against good teams doing that. You know, we've done that against some of the teams that we played. We're just able to out hit them and score some runs late. But you know, it's just not realistic. You know, good pitching is good pitching, and you got to do the little things. And
so what do you tell your guys going into the next 2 against Florida specifically?
We're 0-0 tomorrow, man. We win 30-3, and the next day we're 0-0. It doesn't matter. There's nothing that happened today that's going to stop us from winning tomorrow or help us winning tomorrow. So when we wake up, we're 0-0, and Rob Evans has the ball. He's taking the mound, and we're out to even the series and win the day.
What would you take away from AJ's start today?
That was great. I mean, it was just battles and had a good sink to his fastball today. Worked down a couple of times. He got hurt with fastballs up in the zone, and again, that's supposed to happen on bad pitches with a good team. So, but all in all, I think it was very efficient. Took us into the 8th inning. It was a great game for him.
What were you seeing from the opposing pitcher?
You know what? We got into situations, you know, counts to hit, and we talked to them about the difference between good pitching and average pitching is those 2-0 counts and 2-1 counts and 3-1 counts, and you know they're going to make quality pitches. And if we try to do too much, which I think we did, and I know we did in those counts and over swinging, we kind of got ourselves out. And you know we got to take advantage of those counts.
Vance hasn't started in a few days. Any update on him?
He was available today for defense and base running, swinging the bat. I mean, he could swing. It's just, again, the season is not going to be made or lost this weekend. He's too important to try to push him in there, but he's close. He's close.
Anything else? Great. Thank you, JD.
I guess.
Thank you, JD.
Appreciate it.